Good day. We're here to negotiate the allocation of two remaining offices in this newly renovated department space. I'm colleague A, and the goal, of course, I'm trying to propose is to make a fair agreement with you, colleague B, about who is willing to take the larger office space with the window and who is willing to take the smaller office without a window. Thank you, of course, for meeting with me, colleague B, in discussing this important decision. Um, I would like to secure the larger office with a window, really to create a comfortable and productive workspace. So I ensure that the space can accommodate my furniture, like I don't know, like my couch, my chair, and my computer equipment, the monitor and screen, etc. And of course, if I really feel like it, have it feel like a retreat-like space when there's not a lab or I'm just having to see patients. So I'm trying to maintain, of course, like this professional and prestigious workspace that sort of aligns with my responsibilities. Um, but I also hear that but you two are also willing to compete for the larger space and that you're likely to want a functional and comfortable workplace. Um, what would you like?
Yes, first of all, yeah, thanks for meeting with me. I did get to check out the choose office spaces, and I also would like to discuss with you what is a preferred for for you, which you said that you wanted the larger office, but I wanted to come up with, and obviously like I wanted the larger window office as well, mostly because it does have windows. But I just wanted to come up with like an equitable solution with you. So you mentioned that you want the bigger space to accommodate all your furniture and wanted to make it more of a retreat like space. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Um, I do think that smaller office, even though it is smaller because it is designed and built as an office, it might be able to accommodate your furniture as well. Have you seen it and like, do you know if it would be able to fit your furniture?
Considering that it's like a 90 by 90 foot space, I want to say no. Um, really because I have a lot of equipment aside from like my computers and furniture. So I need, for example, a lot of filing cabinets. I need to store some papers. Um, and really like I kind of want like I want to kind of like to request some really alternative accommodations in this department building, but like I don't want to have to escalate to the department chair for a final decision. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
but
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah. So like one of the biggest reasons I do want the office with the windows is because my lab area, I don't know if you have windows in your lab, but I've also checked out the new lab and my lab does not have windows either. And just having no windows and working most majority of the hours without windows is going to be really impacting my productivity and my mental health. So I don't know, did you get to see your new lab and was there windows or do you also have a windowless lab?
Yes. Uh, Apparently I don't actually have any windows for my lab.
Hmm.
Um, and so it means that I will not be able to see the sun for quite a while. So
Hmm.
I would like to have some sunshine in my life. And that's why I really want to have this larger space. Um, I'm willing to uh I'm willing to offer some resources as sort of as compensation for having the larger space to give to you, I mean. So this is talking about like administrative support. So offering, of course, I'm offering to help share the office tasks or advocating for better administrative assistance. I can help with office equipment, like providing access or for you, specialized software. Um, Having a research assistance, like collaborating with projects or sharing research tools. India, because I know you two have to do stuff with your research. And then I kind of also want to negotiate like better parking too, if that becomes possible.
Yeah, I did notice that we there is some inequities in the accommodation that was made for you versus me. Um, with like parking space, I know that you have like a closer parking space, and I do have the parking space that's like further away. And so yeah, I also know that you have like the latest computer software and like upgrades, hardware upgrades. So I was actually going to request to the department office manager regarding that matter, just for the equity sakes. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted the office with the windows, because I feel like a lot of accommodation has been made where you have like the closer parking space and you do have all the upgrades, software upgrades, but I haven't been able to receive that yet. So that's one of the reasons why I really wanted the office with the windows. It's like
How would
really not about the space for me. It is about the windows. So from what I've heard before, it seems like you are there are like filing cabinets and different things that you need to fit into your office. So I am actually like willing to share that space, that office space, if you need to store anything, like any filing cabinets and stuff that you don't need to like have access to very often. All of those things that you need to store, I'm willing to share that space with you because for me, like having those windows are very important. Those are my priorities.
would better furniture suffice the smaller office space? Say if I were to take over the larger space and you take the smaller space.
I think it's for me, it's more about having a window because I just don't I know that I'm very sensitive with like my productivity and my mental health with like sunlight. So having no windows in my lab space and also no windows in my office, that's something that I am concerned about, especially during like winter time, like when we come home, I come to work early and then leave late. By the time we leave, there's no sunlight. So I know that that has impacted me in the past before. So that is what is like really mo the most important, having the windows. So if like the space is like a concern for you, like I said, I'm willing to share the space and store anything that you need to store. Like I fortunately have like just a very minimal things I need to store, like a desk and a chair and computers, which is going to be on the desk anyway. So if that's something that you'll be okay with, then I'm willing to do that.
Okay. How about because I know like the windows we're saying that is the most important detail of this office. Um, in terms of being able to meet with people though, I need a bigger space as well. And if say for example, um if I get patients or more than what I need, I'm not gonna have enough space for the smaller room, so I would need to have the larger room. Is it, if I were to give you this larger room, would you allow me to borrow your office space to have those kind of meetings?
Yeah, sure. We can definitely coordinate it, and then you can use my office space while I'm in the lab. So I'll be also spending majority of my time in the lab as well. So we can kind of coordinate our schedules to see whenever you need to meet somebody, have a meeting, we can utilize that space. And also, I think there's other conference rooms that probably around our offices to utilize that as well. But if you need the more private, smaller office space that you need to meet, then we can definitely coordinate that.
Okay. In that case, let's go ahead and just do that. We can talk with the manager.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right. And then